Well, we'll have a chance to catch Mr. McGee in action today. Just 5'9", 150, but can really score the basketball with the best of them. As you mentioned, went for 30 in their opening game. So game number 2 for the Flames. It's game number 3 for the LSU Tigers, and we are underway. Here is Darius Days, who they will lean on big time, wearing number 4. Xavier Pinson wears number 1 in the paint. The freshman, Efton Reed, big man at 6'11". Goes with the left hand off the window, a little too strong, but a second chance opportunity. Brandon Murray can't get it to go, but a foul on the floor against LSU.
And we saw it from the beginning. You try to get Darius Days working at the top of the key area. High pick and roll, Xavier Pinson. Will Wade did say he wanted to get Efton Reed established on the block early on, which they were able to do.
Take a look at the starting 5 for the Flames. Dobbs, McGee, Rode, Preston, and Robinson. But McGee is the straw that stirs this Flame drink. Inside pass. That one goes to Rode, who then makes a nice baseline pass, and Liberty running some of that offense, capped off there by Blake Preston.
Huge advantage. McGee is going to have 10 eyeballs. LSU's defense is going to be focused on him. So if I'm one of the other Liberty guys, I'm working underneath that defense, looking for an opening.
Off the mark, rebound right into the hands of Kyle Rode, who had averaged 4 rebounds a game last year. Darius McGee, the ASUN Player of the Year, the ASUN Tournament MVP as well. And he is just a lightning rod for points. Darius Days can't get that one to go and hits the deck around the LSU logo, but back up and back played some defense.
Good possession, defensive rebound. LSU, they want to get up the floor before that pack line defense settles.
Tapped around finally into the hands of Pinson. Will Wade wants this offense in the scoring zone in 4 seconds. Not necessarily a shot, but wants that opportunity in 4 seconds. And a foul, a loose ball. That'll be on Efton Reed. But here's, what Will Wade has to say about Liberty. He knows how dangerous they are because he doesn't understand why he schedules them. But Coach McKay is such a nice guy to me on the phone. He talks him into scheduling him every single time.
Well, they'll take their time, right? They're going to put pressure on your defense to play an entire shot clock. They're not going to take bad shots. And then, oh, by the way, you got McGee at the end of the shot clock that can create and basically make any shot you need him to.
A traveling violation. A turnover gives it right back to LSU. But there is Richie McKay now in his 9th year at Liberty. He says it's hard to get him to schedule. A lot of Power 5 schools, they won't even put him on the board.
Yeah. Well, what you've seen he's done in the last few years. Will Wade said that. It's a great test, though, early on, because Liberty is going to be a team that wins their conference. You'll talk about a great resume game for any team. There he is right there, Dave. That's the young fella, the element he gives, the great post presence. He does a great job of clearing space, making himself big for the entry pass.
5-star recruit, the 5th one under Will Wade at LSU. Boy, now how about this matchup? 5'8" McGee on the 6'11" Reed, and you know who's going to win that one.
Exactly. Here's the deal. McGee has the ball. Dave, you've got to be shading towards him. I don't care. Efton Reed, yes. He's going to get taken off the dribble every single time, but there's got to be 4 LSU defenders. Where you at? Come on. Okay, my man's on an island. Xavier, where you going? I need help in the middle. Will Wade's not going to like that. Right? We all need help. Where's the help?
Nice kick out pass. Here's Drake Dobbs. Backs it out. Long 3. That one is blocked. Got some help on that possession by Milani Wilkinson, but Liberty still keeps it alive. Shot clock down to 3. Off the window. Won't go, but LSU bails out Liberty with the foul.
If there's one thing LSU, with their great length, can do to McGee, 5'9", can jump through the roof, Athletic, creative. We saw how he knows how to find a crease. That LSU length is very uncommon, though, and they can bother him at the three-point line, getting in passing lanes and driving lanes.
Well, that's a big foul on Efton Reed. He just picked up his second, so the talented freshman at 6'11", 240 pounds will head to the bench early in this one. Played a little over 3.5 minutes, and that means that we'll see Tari Eason, the transfer out of Cincinnati, getting his first look tonight.
Soft hands on Eason, another good big body.
6'8", 216. Here is Eason wearing 13. Wilkinson, step back, in and out. Boy, LSU having a tough time trying to find the bottom of the net. They are just 1 for 7 to start this game from the field.
Few good looks, 1 or 2 quick shots, and you know Liberty is going to take their time. And that's what one of the things make them so dangerous. You're not going to force them into bad, quick shots. And that is going to send LSU into transition.
Deep three, Days the rebound. Last year, Liberty gave up less than 60 points a game. Third best number in the country.
And tempo helps a lot with that. That's his shot.
There's Days.
This man, he had 7 made threes. First half opening game, and a lot of it came from that wing on the right side. He catches it. He's ready to shoot off the dribble. We see now LSU has put that press on every time.
Days with the flush, and LSU out in front by 2. Just like that, things starting to turn here in the PMAC.
One way Will Wade wanted to get this tempo going in his favor. He wants to play faster this year. That press every time. LSU has been able to throw that on full court press.
Off the back of the iron. Rebound to Drake Dobbs. Long three from McGee, and that one's off the front of the iron. Another opportunity here for Liberty. A good ball fake. Steps inside. In and out. Finally, LSU able to corral the basketball.
Although what they've been able to do is force Liberty into deep threes. And just that shot there, running the three-point shooter off the line, that's going to throw him off rhythm. Even if it's a pump fake, one dribble pull-up, it was off rhythm, missed shot.
Eric Gaines. Kick it out of the corner to Pinson. That's too strong. Loose ball. Saved by LSU. And here's a chance, a second chance opportunity for the Tigers. Boy, we're playing a lot of basketball without a stoppage right now. We're under 14 minutes. Haven't even had our first media timeout. Shot clock winding down. Days can't get it to go, but there's McGee, and he's got some hops on him, getting the rebound.
What we're going to see is probably a lot more missed shots because of tired legs, because we haven't had any stoppage.
Here's Pinson in the open floor.
Now his heart rate never gets above. What's a high heart rate? Whatever that is, it never gets above it. He is as cool as could be. I love it. You know what he gives you too? He can play the point. He can play the 2 because he does a lot of things from a guard position.
Slow start for LSU, but they're out in front by 4. Just going to go about it a little bit different here in the 2021-2022 campaign.
How do you play faster? How do you get in transition? Defensive rebound. He's got multiple guys who can lead the break. He doesn't have to get it to a traditional point guard.
And you can play a little defense like that and then just throw it home. Tari Eason.
And that's another way to create offense. Quick hands, active hands, steals. That's the second time they were able to turn immediate into a fast break dunk. Third time, actually. Days, Pinson, and now Eason.
Boy, McGee having a tough time getting a good, clean lick. How about that? Talk about that was not a clean look, but it still buried the bottom of the net.
It's amazing he was able to make that shot without even looking at the rim. He barely even touched it. That's a quick release.
Wrote it. A guy that could certainly be an ASUN all-conference player when it's all said and done, out of Lexington, Kentucky. Little scoop shot with the left hand. That'll go for Easton. Boy, he's brought a little spark off the bench.
He does. He's a guy that, smart player basketball-wise, always in the right place, can use either hand. Just saw with his left hand. Good pass right there. Good decision. Tough shot right there. LSU, see their defense scrambling. Very active. That's good to see. Excellent. McDowell made an excellent pump fake, get to a shot range.
Inside pass. Alex Fudge, a freshman out of Jacksonville, trying to get on the board. His first run in this game.
Fudge is another long, athletic, active, energetic freshman.
So McGee starts the game 1 for 6, just 2 points. But a little defense for you here, Pat.
Good hands, the big mid. Eason goes up, two-hand, with a little chin-up on the rim. LSU up 3.
To have back. A lot of folks didn't think he'd come back. And again, another outstanding recruiting class led by this guy, Efton Reed. He is a true post player that has skills. You can go with both hands, good feet in the paint. He's going to be fun to watch develop throughout the year.
And what I like already is his team trusts him. And Will Wade trusts him. Drop a play for him, get him on the block, he'll make the right decision.
Here's McGee having a tough time to start this game. Just 2 points.
Part of LSU, they've done a great job defensively since they allowed McGee to be able to penetrate a little bit too much early on in the game because they're forcing deep threes by Liberty and they're protecting the rim. So what's left? Those tough mid-range pull-ups. McDowell hit one earlier, but those are tough when you know you got an athletic defender coming up to block that even from the mid-range.
Eason from the corner. McGee, another rebound. McGee with 4 rebounds here in the first half. He's a guy right here, Pat, that had 95 three-pointers last year. That was 4th in Division I. Foul against the Flames. But tonight, you know, I would ask this question. You play a team like LSU. They've played SEC teams. As a matter of fact, they had a couple of wins last year against the SEC. But you think a guy like McGee on this floor, on a game like tonight, trying to maybe force it a little bit?
I think he realizes he's going to have a big game. Let's be honest. That Player of the Year, Darius McGee, is going to have to go in and win a game at LSU for Liberty to come out of here. He'll have to have a huge game. Probably, it's got to be north of 30 points, man. Because you know LSU is going to be able to run. They're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, not just on the half court, but we've seen steals, defensive rebounds, and runouts.
Rich McKay knows that. His second stint as the Liberty head coach, a couple of years. Then went off and was the associate head coach at Virginia with Coach Bennett. Matter of fact, when you watch Liberty play, it's almost exactly like watching Virginia play on both ends of the floor. Maybe not exactly the same level of talent, but the same type of offense and defense.
It's the culture, the approach. He preaches that pack line defense. They're not going to get out of your way. They're going to close gaps. They're going to force you into difficult shots, great communication, and then on the other end, they're going to take their time. And they're going to make you play defense the entire shot clock. Not a lot of teams or defenders want to do that for 30 seconds. And add into the fact Darius McGee, athletic. You mentioned he can shoot the 3. So there's a lot of things that Coach McKay can take and go into. That's the reason why they've had such great success over the last couple of years. You play defense, you take care of the ball, Dave, you can go anywhere and get a W.
They've averaged 25 wins. 25 wins a season over the last 5 years. That long rebound right into the hands of Keegan McDowell. Liberty, though, got to shoot it better. 28%.
And take care of the ball. You've given up 6 just runouts, basically handing LSU the rock. Almost did it again there.
And a foul, 45 feet from the basket. That'll go against Tari Eason. See the legendary Kent Lowe. Look at Kent Lowe back there. Sports Information Director. He is the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Congrats to him. One of the best.
He's got the eye of the tiger tonight. No pun intended. Or maybe it was intended. For you to decide.
Nice scoop shot off the backboard for Darius McGee. See if that doesn't get him going. The senior out of Roxborough, North Carolina.
I feel like McGee has really been the only one that's been able to get in the paint and do some damage. Great penetration kickout. Talk about getting in the paint and doing damage.
Boy, is that perfect. Get it to the paint, kick it out for an open three, and Wilkerson makes him pay.
LSU's had good three-point looks tonight, had made them right there. Obviously was, and you saw again, Will Wade throwing on that full-court press.
Eason with the foul. That'll be 3 free throws coming up.
Great penetration by Gaines. Oh, you see the little extra step into the lane to draw that defender. On time, on target by Gaines to Wilkinson, just like Tom Brady to Gronk.
Boy, you know, that little subtle thing, you mentioned it, was that one extra step that drew the defender just far enough away to allow Wilkinson to get that shot away.
Gaines has great body control. He has improved so much in playing with guys like Javonte Smart. Last year, learned a lot how to run that point guard position, create passing lanes for his teammate.
By the way, how painful is it from a guy from Boston to watch Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski?
What do you mean? I've always been a Buccaneers fan. You know that. Will Wade apparently has this outfit he wears that looks like a Buccaneer too.
The General. I just had to get my shot in after you brought it up. That's all.
I had my avocado ice cream before the game.
That boy. We all did. Hey, there's the General right there. It's a new day in LSU basketball. Will Wade is the General.
He didn't wear that. That's like superimposed on him, correct? Did he really wear that?
Well, he's got that in his closet. He'll let you borrow.
Darius McGee is putting on a show. That's right there, Dave, though. For LSU, on a made bucket, get the ball quickly, get down the floor, and beat that pack line defense before it sets up, because it's so difficult to beat it when you do set it up. Get it up, make them miss, you can beat it.
Step back three. Now McGee starting to feel it. Averaged 15.5 points a game last year. Shot 41% from behind the arc.
That's the recipe for them to be able to come into the PMAC for a W.
Boy, Day slipped on that pass. An easy giveaway, and Liberty back the other way, and it'll belong to the Flames. We are tied at 19. Under 8 minutes to go. Opening half from Baton Rouge. Crazy. One of the reasons that he's been so successful.
In his sneakers. I mean, to come down with that kind of impact, the cushion he needs. So he's not hurting himself. Rocket Man.
Boy, Coach McKay just says he's a great kid. Said hard not to root for a guy like Darius McGee. That shot is blocked off the inbounds pass. Brody Peoples, the freshman out of Hartselle, Alabama. There's the double. Kick it in the corner. Nice pass inside, and a little chippy at the front of the iron goes down. So this Liberty team now up by 2 on the road.
Very underrated move. Pump fake. Keep your balance. Presence of mind to make that nice soft pass inside interior for a layup.
Days.
Good pass by Efton Reed, though, on that double team. Turned and looked, got it to the right guy.
Liberty's picked up their shooting now, back up over 40%. Well, that was just flat out intercepted by Milwaukee Wilkinson. Hinton's been quiet, just 1 of 4 from the field. Efton Reed with 2 fouls. Nice look inside, and there'll be some free throws coming up as Wilkinson got loose underneath.
Coach Wade said before the game, we know they're going to be focused on Darius Days. We're going to try to run a lot through Efton Reed. And when he does get that double team, can he pass out of it? The last 2 times on the floor, he's made the correct decision. Got it to a swing pass, nice to Darius Days. That time right there, recognized where the double team came from. That time from the baseline, it was Wilkinson's guy, so he turned. Wilkinson, good job. Obviously stop and pop and run underneath the basket.
This Liberty team came into the PMAC in 2019. They were 14-0, one of the last undefeated teams in college basketball, but LSU able to beat them 74-57 that night. That would be a team that would win 30 games. 30-4 for the Flames in 2019. Nice ball movement. Can't convert.
LSU needs to flatten that defense out.
Days
on that
miss
right there, Dave. LSU's transition. Nobody ran to the baseline. And that would have flattened out that Liberty defense enough to where now Darius Day's got some room to work if he does so choose to go one-on-one from that top area, which he's really good at. Oh, my. That's
that went in.
Looks like LSU gave Liberty the soft rim in the first half. I guess they want to shoot. It's like a great extra pass right there. You know, McGee's going to get a lot of attention. McDowell must be living right, going to church twice on Sundays to get a bounce like that.
And then you get the 1-and-1 on top of it. So that'll send Shiloh Robinson to the free throw line, but he can't do anything with it. Four-point lead for the Flames.
See why that defense is so effective by Liberty. A curl, good job, closing that gap quickly. And then everybody, you got 5 red jerseys attacking that defensive glass, not allowing, which is usually a strength for LSU, getting on that offensive glass, not allowing a lot of them tonight.
Under 5 to play here in the opening half. Boy, that's an outstanding ball fake by McDowell, but can't get it to go down. LSU now out to the races. And count it for Eric Gaines.
Talk about LSU off the defensive rebound. Give it and get it back. Sharing the basketball right there, Eric Gaines, a guy that excels in the open floor, acrobatic finish and one. 6'2", 150, Dave. You remember Allen Iverson, 6 feet 150, torched the NBA. Gaines a little taller, but just slim, fast, and he can jump too. Talk about vertical leap. Gaines has it as well.
Gaines was a top 100 recruit coming out of high school, averaged a couple of points a game last year. Didn't shoot it very well, just 22% from the floor, but off to a pretty good offensive start here as his sophomore campaign is underway. A little extra hop, and that turnover by McDowell will give it right back to LSU, trailing by a point.
And without McGee in the game, LSU can just play sort of protect. You don't have to. I realize they're trying to run guys up the three-point line. Got to be careful, though, to overextend your defense. When you don't have anybody on that's really as dangerous like McGee on the floor right now.
Rebound to McDowell. A timeout window.
You don't have to go for every steal, right? You take chances, then you're going to allow for a driving lane like that. Now this is where you can get that transition bucket in. You don't turn it over.
Not a whole lot of help from his teammates. Eric Gaines didn't know he had a defender right on his tail, but turns it over. Now another opportunity for the Flames. No good. Gaines gets it right back.
Falling down.
Boy, sloppy here at the PMAC. Taken away there nicely by Fudge.
You said it is a little sloppy. A few guys falling down and seem just a little unsure of where they want to go with the ball.
Another turnover.
Does it seem like that's a slippery floor to make it?
Well, the way they're playing, it does. Boy, long rebound right into the hands of Liberty, and they'll reset their offense. Scoop shot won't go, but another opportunity for Liberty. And an offensive foul. Liberty working hard on the offensive end. Couldn't get anything to go, but they do lead by one. McGee, the ASUN Player of the Year last year, the ASUN Tournament MVP.
Very calm look on his face, right?
Yeah. LSU struggled offensively, and they turn it over again.
Coach Wade knew he had to come out and draw a play to get an open look, because Darius Days just isn't making shots at the rate he was in the first two games. Efton Reed, they're double teaming, and he's able to pass out a few times, but they're out of sync. And unlike last season where they had four guys you could give them the ball, and Smart and Thomas and Watford, and say, go get us something. This year's a little bit different. They've got to create offense with their transition, and Will Wade drawing up some plays coming out of timeouts.
The scoop shot from Peebles. No good. LSU out in the run. Wilkinson kicks it to the corner. Here's Fudge. No good. And rebound to McGee. Another rebound for the 5'9" guard. That's 5 of those to go with his 11 points. And again, another little mismatch, and he floats one in from the SEC logo.
You see Darius Days out there, not allowing the three-point shot, but you need help. If Darius McGee's attacking, you got to, we talked about it earlier, get guys in there to support that penetration.
Murray spins in the lane, taps it around a couple of times. Couldn't get it to go. Can't believe he wasn't fouled.
Liberty, great job, though. Tough 3-4 red shirts in there, competing for that defensive rebound, getting their hands on everything they can.
Here's McGee with 13 points. And McGee almost threw it away. Pinson can't save it. Pinson had it long enough, though, to reset the shot clock.
Look how beautiful that left-handed dribble. So tight he came off that defender. Under control with a nice little floater. Kind of like, well, Coach McKay compared him to Dana Barrows, the great Boston legend. Xaverian High from Mattapan, Xaverian High School, Boston College, Boston Celtics.
The Phil Knight Invitational. It's all Tuesday night on ESPN. Here it's 26-23, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And turnover gives it to LSU. I didn't think they were going to get a good shot up anyway.
That's the activity, the great length. Will Wade wants to see that defensive half court. You mentioned LSU, offensive struggles. How do you defend LSU? Keep them off that offensive glass. You limit their points off turnovers. They have 10 points off turnovers right now. Liberty done a great job of taking care of the ball outside of that right there. But that is not a live turnover that results in a dunk on the other end by LSU like it did early in the game.
And an offensive foul, a moving screen on Darius Days.
The second screen, a foul called on a screen LSU in the half court this game.
A frustrating first half for Days. 2 of 7 from the field. 6 points. But he does lead LSU in scoring. I mean, the fact that we're sitting here in the 20s, I mean, give Liberty all the credit in the world.
Right. Absolutely. And with the ball in that guy's hand, something good is going to happen.
Won't go. Rebound to Brandon Murray. LSU has one last chance here. Here's Pinson. He's done this a time or two. All the way to the basket. Got it to go. But Liberty, after 20 minutes of hoops, with a 1-point advantage over the LSU.
Half of those have come throwing the ball out of bounds, not allowing LSU to capitalize on that. So if they can just take care of the ball, this is going to go down to the end, Dave. But LSU has got to figure out how to get Days going and Efton Reed going in the half court.
So Liberty will have the first possession here, leading it by 1. Neither team shot exceptionally well, but matter of fact, both of them 10 for 29 in the first half. Shot clock winding down. Nowhere for Dobbs to go with it. Here's Pinson back the other way. Xavier had an easy layup to end the first half. Kick it out to Days, and that one is good. Darius Days knocking home that 3, and LSU now out in front by 2.
So take that picture. That's exactly what LSU wants. Good job defending the rim on one end. Defense. Pinson, known for his speed, pushes the ball, flattens out the Liberty defense. Couple nice passes to open Darius Days' tray of 3.
Inside the arc, and McGee can't get it to go. A rebound to Efton Reed. He played some of that first half with 2 fouls.
Same situation, though. You force a quick 3. Defensive rebound. Let's go. Run that. Pinson's as quick as a cat. If they continue playing the control and transition, they're going to get a lot of open buckets.
So Pinson.
Could we consider that a secondary transition point right there?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go with it.
Because Liberty, if LSU can attack, not allowing Liberty to stay connected on that pack line defense, then we'll find gaps in that. Those are the turnovers that Liberty didn't make in the second part of the first half when they were able to get the lead.
Efton Reed with a shot he'd probably like to have back.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was looking at that when he first went up and was like, yes! And then the result wasn't quite what everyone was expecting on that. Run it again. See, look up. There you go. You have multiple people who can start that break. Run. Flatten out that defense.
Pinson. A little bit short. Rebound to Dobbs. Here's Days the other way. Quick hands by McGee, but draws the foul. But I'm with you, man. There is something going on with this court. We've seen guys slipping and sliding all night.
Pinson, good job in that transition, taking it to the hole, sucking that defense in. Great extra pass, trailed in to Darius Days. And there's Pinson, good hesitation. We'll finish him with the left. But that's again on, we'll call it a secondary transition. Didn't allow the Liberty defense to set on that half court. Kept attacking them. But it did seem like in that first half, these guys are on skates. Footing not as stable as a few guys. I know Darius Days had a couple of times where he had slipped.
Officiating crew tonight: Gary Oglesby, Todd Austin, Steven Anderson. Will Wade getting to know those guys a little bit. Game number 3 of the season for the Tigers.
And he talked about this team, effort, grit. You're going to have to fight, scratch, claw for victories. They came out the second half doing that. They got the lead now.
You know, one of the things he said to us today, getting ready for this game, was he feels like this team has that little bit of an edge that maybe the team last year defensively didn't have. A little bit tougher, some more grinders.
When you had that offensive ability as last year's team, defense was not a priority.
No.
And I'm not saying it badly.
It's just these guys score you.
Yeah, and they could. I mean, heck, they, a possession away from winning the SEC championship tournament game.
Last year, LSU finished 19-10, and there is Efton Reed.
It's a great high pick and roll. Efton Reed, freshman, far beyond his years in understanding how to set screens, pick and roll, pick and pop, where to go with the ball.
Pinson got it to go, and LSU now out of that locker room.
A lot of times big men take a little while to get adjusted to the speed of the college game. He's ahead of where most freshmen are, and at his size, he can make a gigantic impact.
Last year, LSU lost in the NCAA tournament to Michigan, who possessed an outstanding freshman big man. Hunter Dickinson put up 12 points and 11 rebounds, and pretty much at that point where Will Wade said, I got to go get me one of those.
Well, he's got one. And what's impressive, see Efton Reed right there, okay? Although that was
that's hard to stop.
Okay? That's hard to stop. But if you watched Reed that entire defensive possession, he was talking, he was pointing, he was helping rotating, and of course, he gets caught once again on Darius McGee out there on top. And McGee is just picking up where he left off in the first half, surveying the field. You can't give him that much space. Mr. Efton Reed, Darius McGee again for.
This has been just a fantastic job by Coach McGee. And they're moving to Conference USA in a couple of years, which will certainly change the dynamic a little bit. But they're going for their 4th straight ASUN regular season championship.
And it's how they do it. And certainly, Coach McKay gets talent. And he understands how to develop talent. But how to get guys to play defense, how to get guys to be patient on the offensive end, that is almost like a secret recipe that most coaches want to know. And he's got it. He understands how to develop that culture so guys know when they come in how we're going to win games. This is how we do it. We're going to get down on defense. We're going to take care of the ball. We're going to take good shots.
That one is rejected by Tari Eason. He'll swing it around, and wide open is Peebles. Corner 3 is good. The former Alabama 6A Player of the Year buries that 3.
Good job of Liberty keeping the ball alive. And LSU getting on offensive glass. Efton Reed. You knew at some point LSU, their athleticism, their great length, was able to do some damage on that glass.
Here's Kyle Rode. Brings it across the midcourt stripe.
That right there, what he just did, what Rode just did, bring the ball up the floor against Xavier Pinson, an SEC baseline-to-baseline defender, quick as a cat, to allow Darius McGee not to have to use all that energy, Dave. Now McGee can catch it in the half court, face up, still have his explosiveness. attack the rim and lay it off for a layup. In this instance, a foul. That's worth its weight in gold to have a guy that can do that and take the pressure off McGee, so now he can rest a little bit and get the ball in the half court and scoring position.
Three-point game. Van Sant knocks that one down. The freshman out of Midland, Texas. He averaged 21 points a game in high school, 6.5 rebounds, almost 4 assists. Considered a top 50 shooting guard coming out of high school. Here's Pinson. Boy, was trying to give the old alley-oop to Efton Reed, who just couldn't get around a Liberty defender.
There was I believe if Reed had gone immediately, he might have had a little head and shoulders ahead of the defender, and him and Xavier Pinson still getting used to each other now. A few months together and third game together, they'll understand each other's tendencies moving forward in the season.
Corner three, good again by Peebles. Back-to-back corner threes.
And really no LSU defender in the area code.
Is that another moving screen against LSU? I think that's going to go against Efton Reed.
Right here, McGee, obviously 10 eyes all on McGee. Look at that left-handed pass on time, on target, a la Tom Brady, for all our football fans watching.
Well, at least you didn't throw Gronk in that one. You've mentioned Brady a couple times. But
Peebles is more of a Julian Edelman, I would say.
Okay.
Not so much a Gronk. Road, that's a Gronk.
Gotcha.
Big
I
double
did get your
right
Gronk
there.
reference. Liberty back
Coach
out.
Freeze is probably listening. Appreciate
I'm sure
that.
he is. Another three. Peebles, the freshman out of Alabama. 9 quick points here in the second half.
That on a nice pump fake sidestep three. He makes 2, gets rolling, gets his confidence going.
And then Days answers.
That's what you need from Darius Days. He is your prime scorer. He's the guy that's going to have to step up, make a bucket, stop Liberty's run. And he did it with a tough floater.
Another three on the way. This one's good from Keegan McDowell.
LSU's defense has now lost a three-point shooter at the line the 3rd time this half. Made him pay. Got to find a way to get it to Days in that position.
Here's Pinson. Will crossover. Won't go. Rebound into the hands of Rode. Liberty has now hit 8 of 22 from behind the arc. LSU 3 of 14. McGee hangs in the air. Oh, how good
That's
was
not
that?
fair, man. It's not fair. Goes to the left off the one leg, right hand floater. Explosiveness, creativity, touch.
Shooting has come around for this Liberty team. They've hit 5 of 8 here in the second half. Peebles a big part of that. 3 of 3, all coming in this frame. Was 0 for 2 from the floor in the first half.
A couple of them on broken plays. LSU wasn't able to scramble to defend that three-point line.
Well, Eric Gaines is going strong in the basket. Letting them know.
I think he took that one personal, and I do like how he just faced them up and said, again, much like Darius Days did previously, said we need a bucket to stop the bleeding here. Went right at Peebles, although Peebles said, you better defend me on the three-point line, my man. Because I'm hunting that three-point line.
Well, Gaines
I would
trying to
assume a
convict
press. I would assume a press right here by LSU, especially up the free throw line. And again, Rode looks like he's going to be He's done a great job of bringing up against that LSU pressure.
Peebles. Oh, how about the Euro step in the lane? Oh, right back at you, Mr. Gaines.
Yes, sir. Did not see that coming. The boys. I thought once he got in the lane, that was going to be trouble.
Peebles now up to 11. Oh, nice footwork and ball control from Days, who goes barreling into the front row.
Great recognition. Days had McGee on him. LSU made sure to get it to him on that post. Liberty hasn't allowed Days to get the ball at the top of the key where he likes to work, so he's going to have to grind it out. Get on the block, mid-range, face up, attack the rim.
Peebles stopped that time. LSU back the other way in a 4-point Flame lead. I have to check the backboard after that one.
Yeah. Little lost. Maybe it's somebody. Kent Lowe, shut the door. A little windy in the PMAC.
Here's Peebles. He draws some contact, and he'll head to the line.
Good poise here. Reaching. Took advantage of it with that Euro step. Good balance. Finish. Darius Days right here. Good job. Recognizes the smaller McGee on him. Doesn't hesitate. Catches. One dribble strong to the rim. Even on that other side, he caught it with an isolation on the left side. That previous play. And I would have liked to see if he could have ripped through, jab step, to see if he could have taken advantage of having that whole left side open on his isolation.
Well, Brody Peebles had 10 points in his first collegiate game with 3 rebounds. The second collegiate games on the road at LSU, and he's put together a fantastic performance with 12 points. Second in scoring for the Flames. McGee leads him with 18. Pinson left wide open. Boy, he's got to make that shot. Oh, the Flames give it right back. That looked like it slipped out of Robinson's hands. And then LSU can't do anything with it. Will Wade just shakes his head.
And Liberty's defense will get you out of rhythm. You're going to have to make tough twos.
Underneath, that pass goes to Rowe, and he travels with it.
LSU has done a good job of protecting that rim. You know that they're going to have to do that. What's broken this game open for Liberty has been three-point shot. The great equalizer, that three-point line. Peebles has taken advantage of it midway through the second half.
Days.
That's the shot he was making the first 2 games.
I was going to say, if you're Will Wade, do you live with that shot?
Considering how the first half has gone and how he's had success attacking the basket, it's not that he can't make that shot. It's just we don't want to settle for it. If you catch that in rhythm, sure, you're feeling it. No problem.
Well, the turnover gives it right back to LSU.
However, he can make that. That's part of his game. I do like the fact that he faced up jab step first just to see what the defense would do before just a catch and shoot.
Days will take a seat with his 13 points.
Did look like a little fatigue was setting in.
Tapped around a couple of times. Boy, Tari Eason keeping it alive for the Tigers. And Reed comes in to clean it up.
And that's, you said about Will Wade, what he wanted. He wants this. Get it to the rim, use our strength, our height, our length, finish. Offensive rebound, second chance points. 6'11", Efton Reed, 6'8". Eason, both of those guys attacking. That's how LSU's going to get back into this. We talked about what this team is this year. It's that. Toughness, grit. It's not going to look pretty at times. My old coach, Nolan Richardson, would tell us, I would rather have a raggedy ride, a raggedy ride than a smooth walk. Which meant I want to win. I don't care if it's ugly. I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty. And LSU's going to have to do that this year.
Well, they had the lane violation. We'll give it right back to Liberty. Oh, a little takeaway there. LSU on the break. Little scoop shot by Brandon Murray goes down, and it's 48-47 now. The Flames lead just one.
Basketball is a game of runs, and you can see when LSU is able to ramp up that defensive pressure. Steals, transition, layups.
Great offense there. Preston lays it up and in.
Again, Rowe under control. Great pass.
Step back from Gaines, no good. Long rebound. Right into McGee's hands. McGee's now with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 18 points. Peebles, 3. Too strong. Pinson up ahead. Gaines, and they're going to say offensive foul.
Let's take another look on that one.
We will look at it when we come back. Liberty up by 3.
Sure.
That
Peebles did a great job. Dave, great job from a defender's standpoint. You know you're not going to block the shot. You don't want to give him an open layup. So you do what you can. And from the official's angle, it looked, obviously to him, as a charge because he called it. But just if he was able to see replay like us, maybe he would call it.
Well, it's a 5-point Flames lead. Boy, Peebles, a freshman, he has had a major impact at the second half. As Liberty throws it away again. And this is an amazing stat when you start thinking of turnovers now for Liberty. That is 17 turnovers for a team. And I'll go back to this again. They averaged less than 10 turnovers a game a year ago.
That LSU length is for real. And when they're able to put that press on, it could cause a lot of problems.
Well, Pat, you talked about this a minute ago. Days, when he's in rhythm, shoot it, and he just did.
Catch and shoot, and he was able to rest on the bench, rest those legs for a few minutes, comes right out. Catch, shoot, no hesitation. And now your defense responds. Isn't it amazing what it made 3-point shots? That's right. Dave, that's why everybody loves a shooter, man. Everyone loves a shooter.
There's so much I could say about that right now.
Good penetration and kick, and that's it. Darius Days is too good. Needs to keep shooting, stay engaged. He knew LSU come back. He's going to play a big role in this.
Of course, Pat loves a record-setting 3-point shooter in his time. Everybody loves a shooter. Of course they do.
Makes coaching easy. Well, people like makers, I guess, right?
Right, exactly. We can all shoot it. It's a matter of if we can get them in the basket or not. Here's LSU scrapping hard. Days on the floor. Pinson. In and out. Rebound into the hands of Van Sants.
Liberty's got to be careful here. 2 costly turnovers. Now you're getting LSU's defense and the crowd into it.
That is protecting the rim by the 6'11" Efton Reed.
Here's McGee. Good job. It's still a great block by Efton Reed. But the ability of Darius McGee to split 3 LSU defenders, that's his job, though. Protect that rim. Block. We're going to see a lot of times this year where this kid, off of a block, starts the fast break for an easy 2 for LSU on the other end. He should get an assist for that, Dave. Can we start a campaign, a blocked shot, that stays inbound, that leads to a layup? You got to get a half an assist. Half? 3/4
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I know you're on board. I appreciate it. Supporting my harebrained ideas.
Hey, there's a little blood on Shiloh Robinson's elbow, and I think they're trying to clean that up. That's the stoppage in play. They get that taken care of. Boy, coming down the stretch. Will Wade said this is the kind of game this would turn into be. I mean, he knew what was coming his way tonight. It's all because of Richie McKay's so nice that he can't say no.
That's right. He beats you with a smile.
Murray got it. And LSU out in front by 1.
Great job of turning the corner by Gaines. And Murray had been eyeing that 3. He felt that he missed the one on the opposite corner. You can see previous to that, he was telling Darius Days to cut, to create that open passing lane for him. That was the spot right there.
Another turnover. Here's Days. Pinson. Days. Foul. Free throws coming up. Boy, they have turned it up on the defensive end.
We used to call it the breaking point. When I was part of 40 Minutes of Hell, this was last century, there was a moment in the game after defensive pressure was applied throughout the game that the opposing team fatigue was going to set in. Not only does that affect the body, but it affects the mind, right? You get tired, and people just attacking you. And there's going to be that moment in the game that it's going to turn towards that defense if they continue to apply that pressure.
Well, after the made free throw, here's some more of that LSU pressure. How will Liberty handle it down 3?
That's the big question now. That poise. And now you're going to need, this is where you need Darius McGee. He's going to have to step up, make a play. Peebles has done a good job making some big shots.
Days just ripped it out of there. Gaines to the basket. He'll head to the free throw line.
Credit LSU's defense. Darius McGee is the key to solving the LSU's defense, right? He's got so much talent. They cut him off. Don't allow him to get the basketball. Now you put it in the hands of Rode, Peebles. Both those guys have played well. But it's now a different mentality. You see the hunger in LSU's defense right now.
And they have done a heck of a job on McGee. Still has his 20 points, but he has not been the factor that Liberty needs him to be.
Right. And he needs some help, too. When people made those shots early on, that opened it up. He still needs to get 30 for them to pull out this victory, but he's going to need some help from his teammates.
And a foul on Gaines. That will be his 3rd. Gaines getting a lot of minutes tonight. Milwaukee Wilkinson's been on the bench with 4 fouls for quite some time now.
And Mawani is a great wing defender, someone who can affect Darius McGee with his length. So he's missed. From the defensive standpoint, can finish at the rim, get out in transition.
So McGee gets the free throws to go down.
You certainly don't need to foul McGee 90 feet from the basket, though.
Now, McGee was an 85% foul shooter last year. Here's Day, step back three. Got another one. Boy, is he starting to feel it. His fourth three, and he now has 21. Timeout, Liberty.
Enough, strong enough, athletic enough, too, to finish at the rim.
21 points for Dace to lead LSU. Only two players in double figures. Reed has 10 to go with his 5 rebounds. On the flip side, McGee has 22. Peebles, who's back on the floor, has 12. And he is waiting for the basketball in the corner. Number 1 in red, dying to get a shot off.
Hinson doing a good job of denying.
Just didn't get that shot off, and off the back of the rim, Reed grabs that rebound. Does Liberty have one more push in them? Shot clock down to 8. Here's Pinson. Reed. How about the big man? Stepping out, knocking it home. Come on, Pat Bradley.
How about the big man? Soft hands. Shoots the three. We've seen everything back at Trent. Even saw Skype.
His first collegiate three-pointer. Peebles, nice catch. That one won't go. Loose ball. There's Reed hustling for it.
Get it out and go. Got numbers.
LSU out front by 9, and they'll take up some of this clock with 2:13 to play.
Don't listen to me. Smart decision. Pull it back out. Use that clock. Get it to Efton for a three in the corner. Now, this is good right here. High pick and roll. Darius Days. Come on.
Oh, man. Oh, Darius Days. The last 6 minutes of this game, LSU has just put on a show. Liberty gets that one to go down. And it's a 10-point game.
Creates that space with that jab step. What does it do? Puts a defender on their heels. Gives him space, but it also helps Days get balance on that. That's another big thing for shooters. Shooters is how you start and how you finish. Got the switch he wanted. Oh, there's Efton Reed right there. What helped there now, okay? You had your defender. Watch this now. Darius Days, jab step. Gets his balance, creates space.
And he has him dancing in the PMAC.
I can't imagine anybody shooting the ball as well as him from the three-point line in the country right now. It just is a performance in opening night. 7 threes in the first half.
Yeah, 8 of 9 for the game.
It's incredible. And Will Wade does an excellent job of knowing where to isolate him at the three-point line.
It's back to a dozen. It's a 21-6 run since Will Wade got that technical.
Within that technical was LSU's defense creating turnovers and running. Matter of fact, when he got that technical, it was off of a turnover and Gaines attacking the rim. That, we talked about it early on. Coach Wade talked about it, how this team is going to have to win that way. Create turnovers, get on the glass, get on the floor, get on the ground, loose balls.
Efton Reed with 13 points, 6 rebounds. He'll head to the bench.
What I like about LSU is you have an experienced point guard, Xavier Pinson. Eric Gaines understands how and where to get the ball where it needs to be. Then you've got Darius Days who can score, shoot the three, and you get your big guy protecting the rim and Efton Reed who can score. Really good scorer on the block and obviously from behind the three-point line. And to think that they could get over 70, considering where they were in the first half, sitting on 25 points, that's pretty impressive against Liberty.
Here's Murray. LSU breaks the pressure. And an easy lay-in for Eason. Boy, a big collision and a blocking foul against LSU over there in the corner. Let's hope Pinson's okay.
You watch games like this, and you hope as a coach you can sit down with the film and show your players that, yeah, we did have spurts where we made some threes, and that's helpful. You need to make shots. However, the game turned in your favor when you protected the rim, when you created havoc with turnovers and running in transition. That's going to be a calling card this year if you're LSU.
So Days will head back to the free throw line. 45 seconds to play in this one. And you're right. You see 70 on the board right now for LSU after the way that first half went. It went exactly how Liberty would want it to go. Second half has gone how LSU would like it to go.
That second half was just the epitome of basketball game of runs. You had LSU started off creating that havoc, getting the tempo going early in the second. Your man Peebles steps up, just knocks down some shots and really puts LSU on their heels until LSU comes back again with that roundhouse knockout punch. With the pressure they were able to do, create turnovers, and then Days took over from there.
Darius Days, 26 points. That won't go down. Days with another rebound, and he's just stuffing the stat sheet now. Well, in 2019, LSU beat Liberty 74-57. Very similar score here in 2021. And LSU will push their record to 3-0. Liberty will go to 1-1. And Pinson gets that to drop. Pinson will finish in double figures with 10, and Will Wade and company will walk out of here with a win. The score doesn't really tell you the whole story tonight.
It wasn't. Coach McKay